Hey YouTube, Scott here. I saw the movie War for the Planet of the Apes last night, and this is a great movie. I love the first two. I'll just go and say this trilogy got increasingly better as it went along. The first one was great. The second one was also great, a little bit better, and the third one it's amazing. Seriously, this movie, I'm thinking about it more and more after I've seen it, and it's kind of blown me away and getting even better the more I think about it, which is a great thing to say about a movie. The best movies are like that. This is the third movie in the recent Planet of the Apes trilogy. Once again, you got Andy Serkis, Caesar, the main ape in the movie. He's like the leader of a bunch of apes. Woody Harrelson is like the villain in this movie. He's only referred to as the Colonel. And then you got a girl that they meet that's nicknamed Nova, played by Amaya Miller. They meet one other ape that can talk like Caesar. He's referred to as Bad Ape. He calls himself that, and he's played by Steve Zahn. The Colonel, played by Woody Harrelson, does something to Caesar, and then the rest of the movie is essentially a revenge movie. The Colonel, he has like a camp set up where kind of like in a concentration camp or internment camp. It really is like that, and he ends up capturing a lot of apes to do work for him, like a work camp, and he's trying to get them to build a wall. I'm not going to tell you anything more about the story, but it's a revenge thing. Like I said, this movie's fantastic. Visually, all these movies in the trilogy have been great visually, and this keeps it up. I swear, I mean, none of these apes are real. They're all CGI and motion capture, done with motion capture, but they look real. Sometimes you kind of, you fall into it and think did they train these apes that well? Wow, they didn't, but. I'm just saying, it looks really real. So yeah, the visual effects on the movie are fantastic. Andy Serkis does a great job with the motion capture. He works on a lot, and also, I mean, he does a good voice too and everything. He's great in the role, and Woody Harrelson I thought was fantastic as the Colonel. There's one scene in particular I would nominate Woody Harrelson for an Oscar for maybe. I mean, there's a lot more scenes in the year, but I really thought he was that good. And there was one scene in particular that really showed it to me. He has very much a logic and reason what he's doing, and you completely understand his motivation. And I mean, he does he kind of has gone a bit insane and is doing some stuff that's pretty wrong. But you could argue that he's a good guy. It really made him a great villain, and it makes the story pretty deep and very good. Like the little girl I mentioned, she's mute, which gives a bit of a mystery to it. Why is she mute? There's a reason for that. It's part of the story later on, but she does a great job with the role. So, I mean, especially this little girl. She can't talk at all in the movie. She was very good. Steve Zahn as this ape called Bad Ape. He was good. He brings a bit of comedic relief to the movie, which is the only comedic parts of the movie. Yeah, there's a couple of laughs from him, and he works very well. It's not too much or anything. It's very well done. I really love the story of this movie. It was a bit unpredictable. It zigged when you think it was going to zag, or whatever you want to say. It went in different directions I didn't think it would. That's about it for the positives, which are fantastic and very great positives. There's not a lot of complaints with this movie. I kind of felt the length of the movie. I kind of think it felt a little too long, but at the same time, I don't know really what they could have cut out or done. It's not a very fast-paced movie. It is kind of slow and a slow burn, and it's a great character study. I felt the length, but I don't really think it's a big problem, because I appreciate that it took its time and other than that, this is a fantastic movie with a great deep story. It's unpredictable, goes different ways than you think. It's a bit of a slower character study on Caesar. All the acting is fantastic. There's some action, and I would say a little bit in the beginning, and then a big part at the end. But a lot of the movie, it's slower, and there's not a ton of action throughout the movie. It's not really what you'd expect with the title War. I don't think it's a bad thing at all, but maybe just temper your expectations. To keep that in mind. It's a fantastic movie though. I absolutely loved the story and everything about the movie. Basically, this movie completely lived up to the hype for me. I mean, I was hyped because I'd heard a bunch of great reviews already, and it lives up to it. This is definitely one of the greatest trilogies ever, probably. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it an A+. The length doesn't really. I don't feel like it brings it down enough to give it an A. I love the movie so much. I'm still gonna give it an A+. Fantastic movie. Absolutely see it if you haven't already. If you've been following the character of Caesar for the first two movies, you gotta see this movie. It's fantastic. can't say enough good things about it, really. I loved it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you somehow disagree? I mean, that's fine if you do. And talk about it if you agree. What do you think about this? What do you think about the movie? Let me know in the comments down below, and subscribe to see more, and like it if you liked it. And thanks for watching. Bye.